So today we're going to be looking over these expressions and we're going over to solve them. This one says add or subtract the linear expression. So we've got 2x plus 3 plus 5 minus 4x. So we want to identify the like terms first. Jasmine, the like terms are the ones that look exactly the same with either a variable or without a variable. Which two terms have variables? Perfect. So 2x and negative 4x. So 2x and negative 4x. We always need to include the operation that's happening in front of the term. What are our other like terms? What are our other like terms? Oleg. Perfect. So the 3 and the 5. What do we do with like terms? Who remembers what we do with like terms? Lucy. You combine them. That's as simple as that. First of all, what's 2x minus 4x? It's a little tricky. Let's see. Elsie. So she says 2x. Do we have anything to contribute to that, Michelle? It's negative 2x because we've got 2x minus 4x. So if we did it on our number line, remember, with negatives, we do it on our number line. We would have our 2. We have to go back 4 spots. 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2. Then, Elsie, what else? Let's combine that 3 and the 5. What do we get? We get 8. So our answer would be negative 2x plus 8. When we write these, we do tend to put the term with the variable first. It just looks neater. This second term says, identify the like terms. So first, all we need to do is identify the like terms. Daniel, what are the two like terms? First, give me, what are the first like terms? 6x and x. And then what are the other like terms? 9 and 1. Exactly. The terms that have x's are the same, and the terms that don't have x's, our constants, are the same. And when we solve this, what do we get, Rafi? So 6x plus x. Many of you guys wrote 6xx. It's not how it works. They both have x's, so we just kind of treat those little variables as if they were they're unknown. So it's just 6x plus 1x, which makes it 7x. Excellent. Excellent. Then what happens when we combine 9 and 1, Rafi? What do we get? Perfect. So it becomes 7x plus 10. Now, our next problem, again, asks us to add or subtract the linear expression. There's a step that we have to do first. Matthew, what step do we have to do first?
I don't know.
Matthew says we add 4x and 5x. Can we do that just yet? No. What do we need to do first, Ben?
Multiply 2 times 4x and 2 times 3 and negative 2.
Perfect. We need to multiply that 2 in because it's touching. But it's very important. What property are we using here when we're multiplying it in? What property are we using, Gore? Not associative property. That's a good guess. Hannah? Distributive. When we do distributive, we do it to everything inside the parentheses. So, Matthew, what is 2 times 4x? Perfect. 8x. And what is 2 times negative 3? So 2 times 3 is 6. It's got a negative, so it stays negative. So that's our new parentheses. And then we have 5x minus 6. Now is the time we combine like terms. So what are our like terms, Carmen?
8x and 5x.
We got 8x and 5x. What happens when we combine them? We get, Ben?
13x.
13x. Excellent. What are our other like terms? Who can tell me our other like terms, Lucy? Negative 6 and negative 6. And what do we get when we combine negative 6 and negative 6, Ben?
Isn't that negative 12?
It is negative 12. So our answer is 13x minus 12. Next one, 4x plus 8 plus 2x minus 7. Our problem asked us to identify the constants. Who can tell me what the constants are. Hannah?
-7 and 8.
We got -7 and 8. Excellent. How did you know that they were constants? How did we know, Adriana, that those were constants?
Because they didn't have a term.
Yeah, they didn't have a variable. They don't have a variable. These terms don't have variables. When they're all by themselves, when they're just a number, they're called a constant. Because does it change? No, it's constantly 8. It's constantly -7. Exactly. So, but now I want us to add them together. Our other like terms then are 2x and 4x. So, Jaden, let's add them together. What's 4x plus 2x, Jaden? Perfect. 6x. And then what's 8 minus 7? Perfect. So we get 6x plus 1. That's our answer.
That's not one of the cards.
Next up, for 7, identify the variable terms. Melanie, what are our variable terms in this expression? The x. So what are our x's? Can you read them for me? 10x and -2x. Make sure to always include the operation. So that would be the answer. But now let's solve. I want Gloria to solve.
10x. Well, you can combine 2 and 5.
So we can combine the other like terms, 2 and 5. So what do we get as our ultimate answer then, Hannah?
For our ultimate answer, we would get 10x and -2x.
So that is the answer for the identifying the variable terms. But let's solve that. Let's combine all of those like terms.
Oh,
Perfect. So we combine those like terms and we get 8x plus 7. Remember, I always like to, and in future math, write the term with the variable first. It just looks neater. That's how we do it in future math. So this next one, 8, it asks us to solve this one. So let's first combine the like terms. So first, let's identify our like terms. Fernando, what are our like terms? 7x and 8x. And what are our other like terms?
9 and 12.
-9 and -12. We always have to remember to include the operation happening before the term. Now, let's solve it. Fernando, what do we get when we combine all of those? 15x minus 21. Perfect. We combine those like terms and we combine those like terms. We have to make sure if we didn't include those negatives, we wouldn't get the answer right. You always have to include the operation before we do anything. Number 9, again, asks us to solve. First, let's identify the like terms. Nathan,
What happened?
identify the like terms.
What? 9?
Perfect. So we got 4x and 4x. And what are our other two like terms?
4 and 5.
4 and 5. Now let's solve this. What did you get when you solved? Perfect. We get 8x plus 9 because we have 4x plus 4x and 4 plus 5. So we get 8x plus 9. For number 12, what are our like terms? Let's see this one. The problem asks us to add or subtract, but first let's identify our like terms. So Liam, what are our like terms for this problem? So we have 3x and 13x. You have to make sure to say the variable too because that changes it. What are our other like terms, Liam? Is it just 1 and 7? Is it just 1 and 7? Who can tell me? Hannah?
It's -1 and
-1
-7.
and -7. Remember, we always have to have the operations. So as such, I want Raphael solve and combine the like terms. So our like terms are -1 and -7, and our other like terms are 13x and 3x. What do we get when we solve? So we get 16x, and then what's -1 minus 7? Thank you, Oswaldo. It's -8. So if you don't know how to do the negatives, use a number line. It's much easier to use a number line. Number 13. Let's look. It says add or subtract. First, let's identify the like terms. I want Emerson. What are our like terms here? 8x and 3x. And what are our other like terms? Carmen.
5 and 2.
What kind of 5 though?
Negative 5.
-5 and 2. You have to remember to include the operation. So now I want you to solve Andrew. Combine these like terms. Perfect. So you get 11x. Then let's combine our others. What's -5 plus 2? So it's -3. Excellent. Excellent work. For number 14, again, it asks us to add or subtract the linear expression. But what do I need to do first? What do I need to do first, Malia? I need to use distributive property. How do I do that? What am I distributing? Let's see. Michelle, what number am I distributing? We're not distributing the AX. We have to be distributing a term. What am I distributing, Jenna?
2 and 2x.
Perfect, so I'm distributing that too. I distribute it to everything inside. So let's see. Michelle, what is 2 times 2x? 4x. Malia, what is 2 times 3? 6. So now I've got 6x plus 4x plus 6. What's my answer here then, Malia? Malia is correct. It is 10x plus 6. And for our last problem, what do we have to do here? What's our first step, Lucy? We have to multiply 2 by 6x and 2 by -1. What property is that called? Distributive. So perfect. What is 2 times 6x? So when we multiply 2x times 6x, or 2 times 6x, we get 12x. Then I multiply 2 times -1. Who can tell me what 2 times -1 is? Yes, Kaya, it's -2. And then we add that -17. -2 minus 17 is -19. So for our answer, we get 12x minus 19. And that's our answer. Excellent work today, guys.